Welcome back to the Next Human Lab podcast. I'm Simon, really glad you're here, and as always, I'm joined by Luna, my thoughtful partner in these conversations.
Hi everyone! It's hard to believe we've reached the final conversation in this series. Over the past episodes, we've explored many different layers of how people create the direction of their lives from alignment and identity to attention, patience, emotional stability, and the importance of taking action. Each idea builds on the last, and together they reveal something powerful.
Yes. When you step back and look at the bigger picture, you begin to see that creating your future is not about one single technique. It's about living in aligned creation. And that's what today's conversation is about. Not just creating results once, but learning how to participate consciously in the ongoing process of shaping your life.
The phrase co-creating your future sounds inspiring, but I think it can also be misunderstood. What does it actually mean in practical terms?
Great question. Co-creation means recognizing that life is shaped by two forces working together. There are the circumstances we encounter, opportunities, timing, other people, unexpected events, and then there is how we respond to those circumstances. Our choices, our mindset, our actions. We don't control everything that happens, but we do influence how we engage with what happens. That interaction is where co-creation takes place. Many people move through life mostly reacting. Something happens, and they respond emotionally. An opportunity appears, and they hesitate. A challenge arrives, and they become discouraged. Reaction keeps life feeling unpredictable. But when people become more aware of their identity, their attention, their emotional state, and their actions, something changes. They move from reaction to participation. They begin shaping their direction more intentionally.
I like that idea of participation. It feels empowering without pretending we control everything, because sometimes life brings surprises we never expected.
Exactly. Co-creation is not about controlling the future perfectly. It's about developing the inner structure that allows you to respond wisely to whatever the future brings. When someone builds alignment, emotional stability, patience, and integrity, they become more adaptable. Challenges become learning experiences. Opportunities become easier to recognize. And progress becomes more sustainable.
Another important insight from this series is that growth is never truly finished. There is no final point where someone becomes permanently complete. Life keeps evolving. New opportunities appear. New responsibilities arise. New questions emerge. Living in aligned creation means continuing the process of learning, adjusting, and expanding over time. So, if someone has been listening to this entire series, what is the most important thing they should take away?
I would say this: your life begins to change when your inner world and your outer actions start moving in the same direction. When your identity supports your goals, when your attention supports your growth, when your emotions stabilize your decisions, when your actions move your intentions forward, when all these elements align, progress becomes far more natural, not effortless, but coherent.
What stands out to me is that none of these ideas require dramatic change overnight. They're about small shifts in awareness and behavior, and over time, those shifts compound.
Exactly. Transformation rarely happens in a single moment. It happens through steady alignment, small choices repeated over time, learning from experience, adjusting direction when necessary. This is how people gradually co-create a life that feels more meaningful and intentional. Before we finish, here's a question for everyone listening. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. What kind of person do you want to become during that time? Not just what you want to achieve, but who you want to become. Because the future you experience will grow largely from the person you are becoming today.
When people begin living this way, something interesting happens. They stop chasing outcomes desperately. Instead, they focus on developing the qualities that make those outcomes possible: curiosity, responsibility, resilience, awareness. The journey itself becomes meaningful, and results begin to emerge naturally from the process. I think that's what makes this series meaningful. It's not about promising instant change. It's about understanding the deeper patterns that shape how we live and grow. And once you see those patterns, you start making better choices.
Exactly. So wherever you are in your journey right now, remember this: you don't have to control everything, but you can influence the direction of your life through the way you think, the way you act, and the way you respond to the world around you. That's the essence of co-creating your future.
Thank you for spending this time with us throughout the series.
And we hope these conversations continue to inspire thoughtful action in your life. Until next time, this has been the Next Human Lab podcast.